Another year for animation has come and gone. Well, I know it's still 2014, but all the animated films that were supposed to come out this year came out. So now I'm gonna do basically a video saying how I think the animated films of 2015 are gonna come out. I'm doing this now because Animat's probably gonna do his soon, and I just want to get this out there before he does his. And again, this is how I think they'll turn out. And this does not reflect how they are. In fact, it is kind of fun when I predict it's going to be one thing, but really it's another. And also, I'm just predicting. Like, I'm not going to see every film when it comes out. One, I am busy. Two, not all of them interest me. If I get to see some, cool, but again, I'm just predicting. Kind of like with last year and how I didn't, this year, and how I didn't see every animated film that came out in 2014. Wanted to see some of them, but conflicts arose. I'll see them eventually, but again, it's just prediction. So, I'm doing this now because Animat's probably going to do his when he does his best and worst animated films. So, without further ado, let's get started. We're going to go through all the animated films of 2015, what they are, and I'm just going to say how I think they're going to turn out. Alright, so the first film coming out, and I'm just counting theatrical releases in America. I'm not counting foreign releases. Just make life easier. So the first film coming out is Underdogs, and it's being done by the Weinstein Company, which doesn't say much about it. I mean, apparently it's already come out, and it's gotten terrible reviews. I mean, it's the Weinstein Company. Like, nothing they make is good, so just... Ooh, Rupert Grint's in it. But I don't know, just the name alone has me skeptical. I mean, it could surprise me. I mean, the animation looks decent from this poster I'm looking at, but I doubt anything. It's a January film. January films tend to suck. Some exceptions, but most of them tend to suck. Strange Magic, I'm kind of torn on. That's the next one that comes out. It's also coming out in January. Which, again, it could fall into the fuck you, it's January category, which means that the worst films of the year come out in January. And Strange Magic could be that, but... Because on one end, it does look pretty stupid, but on the other end, it is... Some of the animation is some kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of Epic. It's being done by Lucasfilm. It's like the same animation team that did Rango, and Rango was really good. Although, I don't think it's being written by the same team as Rango. I mean, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that it's not. It's being directed by Gary Rebderson, who, wow, he actually has a lot of effects under his belt. Okay, this is his first film. He's done a lot of visual effects, though. And as far as the writers go, it's a lot of writers. Ooh, the writer has some good credits under him. Again, it's hard. I really can't get a data. I'm going to assume the lower, but you never know. It could surprise me. SpongeBob SquarePants movie, SpongeBob Water. I do not give a shit about that movie. It looks terrible. It's basically a live-action SpongeBob movie. Lots of dumb jokes. Way to make SpongeBob hip, and it's not. Home looks meh. I mean, DreamWorks' films as of late haven't been grabbing me. I mean, some of them look interesting, like Dragon 2 I really wanted to see, but unfortunately I didn't due to reasons that would take a little while to explain. Penguins looks interesting, but for the most part, a lot outside their IPs, like, none of their films look that interesting. Like, Home just looks whatever. I really don't give a shit. It's probably not do well. Shaun the Sheep, on the other hand, by Aardman, that looks pretty good. I mean, it's Aardman. They do a good. They have yet to make a dud. They have made films. Weak films, like, and by weak I mean not as good as their other stuff, but everything they've done so far has been at least good. And I have no doubt Shaun the Sheep will keep it up. Probably should start watching the shorts by. There's Justice League: The Throne of Atlantis. I'm not sure if this is getting a theatrical release or not. It might not. I mean, it's coming out in 2012. 12. Oh, it's coming out in January 27th. I don't know if this is direct to DVD or not. I think I saw a theatrical trailer for it, but I don't know. Then there is something called Monster Trucks coming out, which I'm like, ugh. It's just it. From what I'm reading of Monster Trucks, it just sounds like a Cars ripoff. I mean, I'm gonna check who. Hang on. I'm gonna check who's making it. It's a live-action computer animated film being done by Paramount. Nothing really on it. Wait, it's live-action. What the hell is live-action? Is it live-action? There's computer animation. I don't know. Also, this doesn't have a release date yet, but I'm gonna assume they're gonna release it around March. But Ratchet and Clank, they're finally getting their movie. Love those games. Insomniac clearly were heavily involved. I could see it from the trailer they released like a while back. So I feel like that's going to be good. It might be the first really good video game movie because it feels like Ratchet and Clank. It looks, feels, sounds like it. This feels like the Ratchet and Clank movie I've wanted since a little kid, and it looks really good. Pixels is the next film coming out. It looks interesting. I mean, the premise, interesting. Video game experts are recruited by the military to fight 1980s era video game characters who've attacked New York. That premise alone has me intrigued. But we'll have to wait and see. Actually, that doesn't come out until after mid. So, also, Boo, I don't care about. That's another DreamWorks film. Home and Boo just do not give a shit about those movies. They just look so bland, generic. I haven't even seen anything of Home yet, and it already looks like the most generic movie ever. Not Home, Boo. It just looks so generic. Like, I do not care about it. Inside Out, though, does look interesting. Hopefully it'll be Pixar's comeback, although with Pixar, you never know. I'm hoping Pixar makes a comeback, but we'll have to wait and see. The Minions movie, I really don't care about. I mean, I'm sure it'll be good for a few laughs, but at this point, I'm done with the franchise. I mean, they're beating... For me, it's starting to overstay its welcome. It's just clearly a cash grab, but tons of people will probably go pay to see it. Hotel Transylvania 2 is coming out. How the hell are you going to make a sequel to that? I mean, the first one was decent, but a sequel, really? No, I doubt it'll do well. I can't really see. It's probably going to feel like one of those really bad direct-to-DVD movies, kind of like Cloudy 2 was, which... To think, I actually was toying with the idea of paying money to see that in theaters. Like, you might as well just released it to direct-to-DVD, because it sure didn't feel like anything special, and I doubt this one will either. Peanuts, on the other hand, looks promising. I mean, Blue Sky's a studio, they're always pushing themselves in the animation department. I love what they're doing with the animation. I mean, you have to make a computer anime because that's the business, but I like how they're keeping everything on a 2D plane. They aren't making them 3D characters. They aren't like having like creating like three-dimensional worlds and environments and trying to have the 3D act like the 2D, which is what Sony Pictures Animation does all the time. Although I really hope it's very heartwarming and felt, and it's not just a bunch of spectacle and pop culture references that'll piss me off. But if it has heart, this might be the first really good Blue Sky movie. So fingers crossed on that one. The only downside is it's coming out the same day as the new James Bond movie, Spectre, which I'm probably going to wind up seeing. It's like so frustrating. It's like there's tons of... Why is it that animated films always have to come out the same day as like another movie I really want to see? I mean, this year I had to choose between Interstellar and Big Hero 6. And next year, around the same time, coincidentally, I'm going to have to choose between Bond and Peanuts. Although, thankfully, Fantastic Four was supposed to come out the same day as Inside Out, but now they moved to August, so now I don't have to pick which one I want to see. Good Dinosaur, I really have my doubts about that film. I mean, I don't think it'll be bad. I mean, Pixar's doing a good job, and they actually delayed it because they realized, and I applaud them for delaying it, like, giving themselves more time, but at the same time, like, when a film's in production, going through a lot of production issues, like, that kind of has me worried. I mean, Brave went through a lot of production issues, and that hurt that film. And also, the animation does look good. I don't like the design of the dinosaur. I don't like the design of the boy in the film. I love the concept art they did. I thought the concept art was really interesting, the premise, but when I'm looking, I'm like, blah. So I really have my doubts. I really do. And I'm trying to think. Also, Kung Fu Panda 3 comes out. That I'm really looking forward to. DreamWorks tends to do a good job with their sequels. I really hope they don't screw it up. I mean, I really enjoyed the first two. The second one left it open to a third one. I'm honestly more excited for that than the new Star Wars. And I really hope that it is good and it's not like the Spider-Man 3 of the Spider-Man franchise, the X-Men 3 of the X-Men franchise. Like, I don't want DreamWorks to screw this up. I want them to have a really solid trilogy. The only downside is it's coming out around the same time as Force Awakens, so it could get completely overshadowed. I really hope they don't leave it open to a fourth one and then it bombs and they can't make the fourth one. And yeah, those are my thoughts. Sorry if this video dragged on a while, but I had a lot to say. If you have anything you want to add as far as the animated films, please comment below. And as always, this is JStars360 signing out. Until next time, take care.